lot of aggressive buyers inside of the zone. How do I know there are aggressive buyers? Well, you can read the bid and the ask, or more importantly, you can just, or easier put, you can read the delta. So the delta simply represents the difference between the ask and the bid. So when you see blue delta, blue delta, blue delta, when you see a lot of this blue delta, what that means is that there's more aggressive buyers than aggressive sellers, right? And that corresponds, let me just get them up. So this here corresponds to this wick over here. So this wick essentially was full of aggressive buyers, right? The candles don't actually show you that, and neither does any ICT entry model. What you need to understand is that when you see a wick rejection and price goes down, what's actually happening is that inside of that wick, there are aggressive buyers hitting the ask, trying to drive price up. Now, the fact that you see price heavily, moving to the downside, and this is essentially where your entry could have been, right? Either here or more realistically here, with a stop loss just above here. And we're going to go over our target in just a second, right? Where you could have targeted. Essentially the previous day low all the way down to that fair value gap from the previous week, just like this. But before we go on to our target, we want to understand why this trade was actually valid in the first place. So 32 for 78. What does that mean, right? 78 aggressive buyers and 32 aggressive sellers. If you look at the next row underneath, 70 for 146, 146 aggressive buyers and only 70 aggressive sellers, right? 142 for 101, right? Then we also see the numbers down here, a lot of blue, a lot of blue. We see more aggressive buyers and sellers, but when the market moves down, what that means is that essentially sellers are in control. There's sell limit orders being hit, and the limit orders overpower the aggressive live orders in the now. So what was going on in the now, right? In the now time frame is that you can see aggressive buyers have failed. They have been absorbed, which means that sellers are in control, right? Sell limit orders are there. Passive sellers are present. So what's important to understand when you look at it from a buying perspective, right? These passive buyers failed, and now these aggressive buyers also failed. So if these buyers failed and these buyers failed, what that means is that sellers are in control. Because if the buyers are failing, you should be selling, right? It's really that simple. So if we kind of play price back a little bit,